believe everyone has completed it. So let us start with a new section called as Pandas. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? Whatever we have learned till now, that is a NumPy, right? NumPy, I told you NumPy is a numerical Python and it is basically a library. So let's get back to NumPy once again, because exactly like NumPy, we have to understand the Pandas as well. Yes. So you can see NumPy here. So basically NumPy stands for numerical Python. It's a Python library used for working with arrays, and arrays is a collection of objects. Now this is what we have learned in NumPy. Now, in today's class, we'll understand Pandas, I told you, right? So in Pandas, directly, we'll understand two things. First thing, that is understanding how to import this Pandas. So to import, so let me write here, importing Pandas in Python. Okay. So to import Pandas in Python, it's exactly like NumPy. So in NumPy, what we have used, we have used import NumPy as NP, right? So just like this, we can mention import Pandas. Can you tell me what nickname or what alias name can we give here? It is a PD. Very good. So we are supposed to give here PD. Okay. Import NumPy as NP we have given the first and the middle P. So for Pandas, we are giving import Pandas as a PD. Okay. So let's run it. So this is how you basically import Pandas in Python. Now we have to understand two things. The first and the second thing is called as series, as well as something called, okay, first let me write the series. And one more is called as data frame. Okay. So there are two things in Pandas. One is called as a series and one more is called as a data frame. Now, what is the definition of series? What is the definition of data frame? It's very, very simple. Please make sure you understand in the first go. Series is nothing but multiple rows. It has multiple rows, but a single column. This is a very simple definition of series. Whenever you can see multiple rows, but a single column, that is considered as a series. Now, what do you mean by data frame? Data frame is a inverse of the series where we have multiple rows, but so not but actually multiple rows and multiple columns. Okay. So in series, what was the definition? The multiple rows, but a single column. Multiple rows, but multiple columns is considered as a data frame. Now let's have a quick example of how do you create a series and how do you create a data frame. So let me first of all create a simple series. Creating a simple series. So how to do this? So I told you series is nothing but a multiple rows, but a single column, right? So do that. We'll mention something called as values, and directly let me mention some values. Let's say 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And let's say these are the values. And let's convert. So in NumPy, what we have done, we have, okay, whatever list is there, we have converted that list into an array. Yes or no? We are converted into an array. But here we are supposed to convert this particular list into a series. So how to convert here? You're supposed to write ser or whatever variable name you want. You're supposed to call pandas, that is PD, and you're supposed to call the function name that is a series. Okay. PD.series. Please make a note of this. S is capital here. Okay. So PD.series and give the what is that list name? That is the values. And once you print the ser, see the difference here. Can you see? We have multiple rows 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see these are the row values. Okay. These are the row numbers. And for each row, we have the values that is 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Now, can you tell me how many columns are there here? Obviously, there is this one column. Yes or no? So this is how you basically create a simple series where you have a list and you are converting that list into a series by using pd.series. Is that clear? Any doubts? No. Now what we'll do is whatever this index value is, for example, the name of the row is there, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I want to change this index value. Okay. So to change this index value, you can make sure you understand this. changing index value. So to do that, well, mention the same. Okay, we'll get the same value here also. But after mentioning pd.series and you're mentioning the list, you're giving a comma, then you are mentioning a parameter called as index. And by default, it will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Basically, it will start from 0. But let's say I want to change that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, directly I don't want to start from 0. I want to start from 1. So we can directly mention this as 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever row name you require. Can you see now it has been converted into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rather than 0. Also, you can provide letters. For example, you want A, you want B, you want C, you want D, and you want, let's say, E. Let's run it. Can you see here it is being converted into A, B, C, D, E now. And also, if you have missed any of the one value, so we have five different rows, but you have provided only index for 4. Do you think it will be accessing for 4 rows and the fifth row is whatever it might, or basically it will assign by itself? No, it will provide you an error. Okay, so how many rows are there? That many values you are supposed to give. Otherwise, it is wrong. Okay, so this is how you basically convert into, convert the index value or basically change the index value. So I hope everyone is able to understand how to create a simple series. Yes, also Roman numbers also we can do it. Okay. So creating a simple series of, we had a list, we have mentioned pd.series and we are converted into a series. And also if you want to change the index value, just mention index and change the values. Now we'll move on to the data frame. How to creating a simple data frame. Now, as I told you, in data frame, there are multiple rows and multiple columns. Yes or no? So first of all, let me mention, okay, let's say values once again. Okay, values, let me mention same values, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Okay, after this, let me mention name. Okay, let me mention name. Let's say A1, something like that. Okay, A2, A3. So how many number of values you have given for the first column? Same number of values should be there in the second column as well. Okay. So these are, let's say, these are the two columns, and these two columns I am supposed to convert into a data frame. But if I convert into a data, okay, let's mention a data frame as DF. And can you tell me if I convert into a series, I have mentioned pd.series, correct? So if I want to convert into a data frame, what I'm supposed to give? As you have guessed correctly, pd.data frame. Okay, pd.data frame. But there is a problem here. You are supposed to give F capital. Okay, you are not supposed to give D and F as small case. It is since the Python is case sensitive, you are not supposed to give D and F as small case. You are supposed to give it as a capital letter. Otherwise, it will not able to. It is not able to understand what you're trying to say. So pd.data frame, and you are mentioning. So here in the data frame also, it will accept only one value. Please understand this. It will accept only one value. That means you have mentioned pd.series here, and it has accepted only one value. But in the series, obviously it will accept only one value because only one column is there. And in the data frame also, theoretically, it will accept only one value. Okay, it will accept only one value. For example, it will accept either name or values, but it doesn't it doesn't define the definition of the data frame. In what do you mean by data frame? Data frame is nothing but multiple rows and multiple columns. But if you have just one column, it is not considered as a data frame. So what you're supposed to give? So that, yes, exactly, you are supposed to give in the form of list. Okay, so yeah, whatever column names you have, you are supposed to give that in the form of list so that everything is considered as one value. So I'll mention name first. Okay, then I'll mention the values. Okay, after this, we'll print the data frame. Now, even though you have converted into a data frame and you have the name as well as the values, see the output. Okay, see the output. Can you see? A1 100, A2 200, A3 300, A4 400, A5 500. Now, do you think this is a right way to display the data frame? I told you this entire name should be in one column, right? So how many columns we have? We have 5 columns here, and each name has a different column. I don't want this. I want this particular name, whatever name is there. I want that as one column, and I want values as
సబ్జెక్ట్ మారిపోయింది బట్ మనకి ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ రావట్లేదు అది 10 రూపీస్ మీకు రెమెడీ 10 రూపీస్ రీచ్ అయితేనే మీకు వస్తుంది అని
yes. Okay. I hope now you're not able to listen anything, right? Yeah. Is there any disturbance now? Is there any disturbance? Okay. Yes. Thank you. Yes. So I told you name and values are the two different columns, and I want that particular as columns. I don't want like this. I don't want 5 different columns. I just want 2 columns. Basically, one is name and one more is values. So what you're supposed to do is you are supposed to make sure you are using one particular function called as a transpose. Now, what do you mean by transpose? First of all, I'll mention here converting horizontal row format into vertical column format. Now, if you just see the definition of it, I think you're able to understand. So what happens is this particular row format is there, right? Now it will be in the column format like this. And this also 100, 200, 300, 4, whatever is there, it will be in the column format like this. So that is what we wanted, right? So what you're supposed to do is you are make sure you're giving the same, you can give the same what is that data frame value or the same variable name, and you can mention df dot transpose and open and close bracket. Okay, df dot transpose and open and close bracket. Run it. Can you see now it is in the vertical format? I wanted this, right? I exactly wanted this. So you can see the first column has all the names and the second column basically has all the values. Now here also you can make sure you can change the index value of it. Okay, you can also change the index value of it or basically the column value. How can you do this? I want everyone to go to the Google, and now you are supposed to tell me what parameter I'm supposed to give here so that I can change the column name. Okay, I'm supposed to change the column name. The first one as let's say name, and the second one, let's say I want to change it as values. So you are supposed to tell me what parameter I'm supposed to give here so that I can change those into name and values. Anybody? Okay, let's try. So if you have such kind of problems or such kind of questions, what you can do is you can just copy the code, go to the Google and search for, I'm sorry, yeah, paste it and mention here how to change column. Okay, can you see here? One is rename. Okay, you can see df dot rename and you can directly mention as columns, and whatever initial value is there that you can use and you can change it by the value you require. Now one more is there. Okay, one more is there. Let me just quickly show you. It is directly called as columns. I don't know whether it is there or not. No, it is not there. Not a problem. We'll use this. Okay, we'll use this. We'll use def dot rename and I'll paste it here. Yes. Df is equal to period or data frame. And I'm sorry, this is not required. Okay. So df dot rename columns, initial column name is 0, right? So we'll mention 0. And let's say I want to change this to name. And the 1, it has to be changed to values. for timing, I'll be changing, I'll be removing this in place is equal to true. I'll tell you why. Okay. So let's run it. No, it is not changing. Maybe after the transpose, we are supposed to mention this. No, still not changing. Maybe this is in the form of string. So we'll mention it as a string only. No, still not changing. tf.rename. No. See, in place is equal to why it is used in the sense it is used so that you can change that permanently. Okay. If I use in place is equal to, it doesn't make any difference because if you run it once, you are able to get the output as name and values. Okay. So set access. One more is there. DataFrame. Okay. We'll use this. Okay. I think this is better. Okay. So we'll use directly we can make use of the dictionary. Okay. We'll make use of the dictionary directly. So I'll open the dictionary. I'll mention this as what is that name? And for values, I'll just paste it these values. Okay. So you can cut it. You can paste it here. Go to the next one. Do the same thing. I'm sorry. It has to be opened here and it has to be closed here. Next, do the same thing. For key, you are giving the values. And for actual values, you can just copy this and paste it over here. We'll get rid of this. Now let's run it. No, we don't want this. Still, it is error. Okay, I'm sorry. We can make use of this. I told you. Yes, exactly. I wanted this df.columns. Okay. There is something called as df.columns where you can directly change it into the column names. So let me try that last thing. We can make use of df.columns and directly let us give the values now. Yes. So here, let me mention name, comma, values. Let's run it. Yes. Now we are able to see, we are able to get names and values here. So this is how you do it. Okay. Try and test it. I remember this, but I was not sure what type of code to use it here. So literally, I wanted to check also. There are different methods to do it. You can choose any one. Okay. So this is one of the method you can use it. That is df.columns and make use of directly the names of it. That is names and values. Okay. Now, I hope everyone is able to understand the conversion of what is that list into a series and conversion of a list into a data frame. Now, usually you don't get data frames like this. Okay, usually you are not supposed to do any of this. Usually, whatever you get is in the form of CSV file. CSV file is nothing but comma separated values, and it is nothing but a Excel file. Okay, this is an Excel file you're able to get. So what I'll do is I'll quickly share one Excel file with you guys. Okay, you are supposed to get this Excel file and you are supposed to download it. I'll share the Excel file. I want everyone to download it. And this Excel file is called as titanic.csv. Okay, kindly make sure you download it and give me a thumbs up so that we can move on to the analysis part of this titanic.csv file. So let me mention here Titanic analysis. Now here comes the important part. Okay, here comes a very, very important part. I want everyone to keep a note of this. I want everyone to keep a note of this. You have Titanic analysis, right? And I hope everyone has downloaded the particular file. Now, how to upload this file or how to use this file? Okay, that we are supposed to use. That we are supposed to read. So let's say I want to read this CSV file into a data frame. Okay. Obviously, in the CSV file, there are multiple rows and multiple columns. So obviously, we are using the data frame rather than we are using the series. So quickly, I'll show you how this data set will look like. I'll open it. So this is nothing but an Excel file. If I open it, you can see there are different columns and different rows. And quickly, let me make sure you understand the actual meaning of this Titanic.csv file. Okay. If you're not able to do it, or if you're not able to download it, don't worry. I'll send the drive link once we are complete with the class. Then we can do it. Okay. Yes. So basically, yes. I want everyone to answer this. Okay. I want everyone to answer this. Actually, Excel is way intelligent that we than we have imagined. Okay, it is very intelligent, and it is there are multiple functions, there are multiple formulas that we can use, and there are different things that we can do with the help of Excel. If you have learned how many, okay, tell me how many of you know advanced Excel? How many of you know advanced Excel? Do you know pivot table? Do you know functions? You don't know formulas? No, right? We look up, yes, exactly. We look up, X look up, all those are very much important, right? So, see, if you're a data scientist, okay, if you're a data science, or let's say if you are a data analyst, most of your work, let's say 99% of your work will be done in Excel itself. Okay. Whatever we are doing right now, it is very much advanced. It is data science part. But if you're a data analyst, you're an entry level job and you're a data analyst, the most of the work, or basically 90% or 99% of the work will be done in Excel. Okay. Now, why exactly we are using Python, or why exactly we are using coding so that this is not, I mean, we are not using the Excel. Why is that? Because imagine this entire data set. So how many rows do you think it might be having? So you can see it is having around 892 rows. Now, 892 rows is a very small data. Okay, it is considered as a very small data. So that is the reason that is the reason it is present in the Excel format. Now imagine the data that we get is around 15,000 rows, or let's say 1 lakh rows or 2 lakh rows. Now this is not the capacity that that Excel file can handle. Okay, this is not the capacity that the Excel file can handle. So in this cases, we can make use of Python, where it can have, or basically it can get me the better results or better responses than Excel, because Excel has a capability where it can do the analysis where it has a very limited number of rows. For example, till 10,000 rows, or let's say till 15,000 rows, it is able to do it. I mean, very frankly, it is able to do it. But if it exceeds that, let's say a lakh rows or 20 lakhs rows, it is simply not able to do it, because it is too much to handle for an Excel to do it. So in these cases, we are making use of a data frame, or basically data science part in Python. So let's understand what is the columns and what are the values we are dealing with. First of all, we have the passenger ID. Next, we have survived. Now, if it is 0, that means the person is dead. If it is 1, if that means the person is alive. Okay. Next, we have P class. This P class is nothing but classes like we have in the flights. Imagine first class, second class, business class. Such kind of classes are there, right? So imagine like that in the Titanic. So we had some classes in Titanic also. That is a first class, second class, third class. Now this is the name of the passengers. This is the sex, basically the male and female. Next, we have age of the passenger. SIB, SP is nothing but whether the person is traveling with the sibling or not. Okay, whether the passenger is traveling with a sibling or parent. If they are traveling with a sibling or parent, that means it is 1. What about this 3? 3 means they are traveling with either sibling or parent, basically 3 of them. Okay, what is this PAR? I'm sorry, this is not this is just about sibling. But what about this PARCH? This PARCH means they are either traveling with their parent or children. Okay. This is the ticket. Basically, this is the ticket code that is not required for us. This is very much important. That is a fare. Okay, that is the cost of the each ticket, and we have something called as cabin, and we have something called as embark. Now, I hope everyone is able to understand this particular data set. Now, this data set will upload into our data frame. So how to do it? So to do it, first thing that you're going to do is we are importing the pandas. Now, very important part that you are importing the pandas. Import pandas as a PD. After doing this, we'll convert into a data frame where you're calling the pandas and you are making use of a function called as read underscore CSV because this is a CSV file. Now, what do you mean by a CSV file? Quickly, let me show you once again how to check whether this is a CSV file or not. So you can see it is just opening as Titanic. You're not able to understand whether it is a Titanic, CSV file or an Excel file. So to find out whether it is a CSV or an Excel file, just right click. You can move on to the properties. Okay. And here you can, if you click on this details, you can see something called as Titanic.csv. Okay. Now, what do you mean by CSV? You can see CSV is nothing but Microsoft Excel, comma, separated values, right? It is called as comma, separated value. CSV means comma, separated value. Now, what do you mean by comma, separated value? So to check that, you can open it with the help of Notepad. Okay. You can open it with the help of Notepad. Can you see every single value is being separated by a comma here? So that is the reason it is called as a comma separated value or basically CSV. Is that clear, everybody? So CSV is nothing but comma separated value. And if you want to check whether it is CSV file or Excel file, you can just click on properties and click on details. You are able to check whether it is CSV or not. And if you want to check in the notepad, just open it with the notepad. It is, every single value, if it is separated by a comma, then it is considered as a CSV file. Now, inside this, you are supposed to provide the name of the file. But what is the name of the file? So to check that, can you see this? We have something called as files in the corner, right? So click on these files. Click on this upload to session storage. Okay. Click on to upload to session storage and redirect to whatever file you have just downloaded. That is the Titanic file. Okay. So it will give you one warning. What is this warning in the sense? If you close this particular browser, even this storage will go. Okay. If you close the browser, this session will go. That is the reason it was giving you one warning saying that this is not permanently you're saving this Titanic.csv file inside the collab. Okay. That means if you close it, it will basically go. So you can see Titanic.csv where T is capital, same exact thing you're supposed to give here. Titanic.csv and basically run the df. Okay, so same exact file you are able to see it here. Now I want everyone to do this. Okay, I'll be giving you 2 minutes because this is very important part or basically the first step that you are learning in the data science. So I want everyone to understand this in a very brief manner where you're mentioning that pd.readcsv and you're mentioning the name of the file and you're getting this entire data frame. Okay, once you get this, I want everyone to give a thumbs up in the chat box. Only then I'll be moving on to the analysis part. I want everyone. So I'll quickly mention the steps once again. Click on this file and upload the file and whatever you have downloaded just now. Okay, that file you are supposed to upload. It will give you one warning. Just click on OK and it will be uploaded here. And this particular code you're supposed to write. Okay, pd.readcsv and you are supposed to mention the name of the file, titanic.csv. Okay, I'll send the file once again. Now, if you're not able to do it, I'll send you one drive link. Okay. Now, in this particular drive link, every single data set, whatever we are using till machine learning is present. So whenever I ask you to download something, you are supposed to download that from that particular Google Drive. Okay. Give me a minute. I think it is not present in the particular folder. So for timing, I'll just give you the link of the file. Okay. Okay. So I'll be sending a Google Drive link. I want everyone to open this and you can just download the file. Okay. If you're not able to download it, you can just copy it and you can make a copy of it. Okay. Yes. I want everyone to get the file. Did you get it? If you're not able to directly download it, make sure you use this particular Google Drive. You're able to download the titan.csv file. And once you're complete with it, I want everyone to upload it and I want everyone to get this output. Is that done? How to upload is this. You can click on this particular file and click on this upload to session storage. Okay. Click on this upload to session storage and you can just redirect to that particular file and upload it. Is that clear? Okay. It's already time now. So, but I'll be mentioning two of the functions regarding to the Titan.csv or basically the data frame. So quickly let us understand. See here, we have 999 rows and we have 12 columns. Now it is given directly by the collaboratory, right? But if you use this particular data frame in any other any other coding editor, you are not able to get this 999 rows or 12 columns or whatever it is. So to get the particular number of rows and number of columns, we can make use of a function called as the shape function. Okay, shape function to get the count of rows and columns. Okay. So to use it, first of all, you're calling the data frame and you are making sure you're using a function. So whenever you're using a function or whenever I say function, you have to use dot and the name of the function. Okay. Dot shape. So if you run it, you can see 999 and 12. What do you mean by this? What do you mean by this? 999 is the rows, okay, number of rows, and comma is mentioning the columns, okay. But if the question is find only the rows, okay, you are supposed to find only the rows. So if I just tell you out of this, what might be the index value of this 999? What might be the index value of this 999? Yes, it is 0, right? So you are making use of df.shape exactly, but you're accessing the 0th index. That means the first index, that is 999. Now we are getting the rows. But if you want to find the columns, can you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yes, it is very simple. It is mentioning the 1 and run it. You are able to get 12. That means the number of columns. So this is how you basically get the count of number of rows and the number of columns. Okay. So I hope everyone is able to understand whatever we have done till now. So we have learned the pandas. What do you mean by pandas? We have learned how to convert into a data frame. And also we have understood how to get the number of rows and number of columns. Okay. This is just the basics. While coming tomorrow, we'll start with the actual analysis of the entire titan.csv file. And once you're complete with that, we can move on to the different data sets. Okay. So for data science, I'll be keeping at least 2 to 3, at least 1 week for understanding the entire complete data science. Okay. Not this week, the next week. Okay. For next week, we'll keep everything for data science. And while coming to the next week, after the next week, basically we'll start with the machine learning. Okay. So first we are understanding the basics. Then we are understanding the intermediate part of the data science. And then we are moving to the advanced part of the data science, where we are actually doing the graphs or visualizations using the particular data sets. Okay. So this is what we are learning. This is what we are learning in the part of data science. And soon after that, we can start with the machine learning. So that's it for today's class. If you have any kinds of doubt, kindly let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, we are good to go. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you in tomorrow's class. Till then, have a great night and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Pandas is it's not a function. It's not a data type. It's a library. Okay, Hari Prasad. It is not a function. It is not a data type, or it is not, nor it is a keyword. It is a library. Power BI, now very, very important tool in part of the data analyst. Now, this particular tool is very important because if you're learning, what is that? Advanced Excel, it is almost similar like Advanced Excel, but in a different way. Okay. Is very dynamic. Dynamic in the sense, if more and more data come inside that particular Excel file, it is updated automatically. This cannot be done with the help of Excel, but it can be done with the help of Power BI. So I want everyone, I mean, not everyone exactly. If you want to become a data analyst, start with the advanced Excel part. I mean, start with Excel, then go to advanced Excel, then move on to Power BI. Okay. Then if you're learning Power BI properly, then you can move on to the Python. There you are understanding the actual advanced part of whatever we are learning.